Hi, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. As you know, we are a global community. And for those of you who are watching us live, thanks for joining in. Let us know where you're coming from as well, too. And so today we are on Online Business Real Talk. I'm here with my business colleague, Coach Georgia, coming from Kelowna. And today's topic is what we're going to talk about is our turning point when we decided that things needed to change within our sort of career, our lives, and why we got into this business. So, hey, Georgia, thanks for having us talk today.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Thank you for hosting this. Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you. God
So,
bless you.
yeah, we have to yeah see each other soon before it gets colder. Um,
I know.
yeah.
The
So
Coquihalla can't not going to be able to drive past that Coquihalla or
yeah,
past that area.
yeah. How about we just maybe introduce ourselves to the people who are watching, if they don't know who we are, where we're from, what we were doing before. Do you want to start?
Sure. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So I'm Georgia Williams. I'm a mom of five beautiful children. They're my everything. And a fiance, the Tito Vivancos. He was in construction and he stopped working like only 4 weeks into this business. I used to do, I used to have an online business, offline business before, the brick and mortar business. And long and behold, I came across this and I didn't have to worry no more because my business failed and I literally blew up. And I'm here in beautiful West Kelowna,
Yeah,
which is
it's so
gorgeous.
beautiful. Yeah,
And yeah, I we love going hiking and doing fun things and relaxing and eating fun stuff and yeah, working out. That's a little bit about me. How about
yeah.
you, Paulo?
Thanks. Yeah. Yeah. So for myself, for those who don't follow me or who are new to my page, I'm Paulo. So my background is in nursing, and I've been don't let my youthful outlook sort of fool you, but I've been nursing for over 18 years now. So it's been a long time in my nursing career, but I've done everything from inpatient hospitals at VGH. I did all my schooling in Calgary, so I worked at Foothills Hospital there, and then I got into oncology research trials, and so I worked at Tom Baker. Currently I work with BC Cancer right now, but I've also worked out in England as well. I did a year out there for GI surgery. And also did a couple years with pharmaceutical companies. So I did that for a couple years because I burnt out from nursing, but then I also burnt out from pharmaceutical companies. So yeah, I've done a lot of nursing stuff outside of the hospital. So yeah, that's sort of like in the nutshell what I do as work. And I'm currently living in Vancouver. And as I mentioned before, I grew up in Calgary, background's Filipino, but moved to Canada when I was a baby. So Calgary is hometown for me. And but then Vancouver is my current location now.
Yeah, I remember you talking about your story last time, and I was shocked. Like I didn't know that about you, just how you burned out and your
Yeah,
health got
yeah,
compromised from the work and
yeah.
saying
And
that.
that's Yeah, and that's like, I know it's a topic to what we discussed last Saturday, but it kind of ties down to just sort of how I burnt out. I'm sure people in healthcare, other very demanding jobs have burnouts quite easily. And when you get to that point, and it's funny because I watched a YouTube clip about a guy very popular guy, Matt Davila. I don't know if you ever follow him on YouTube, but he's a very like he talks about more of just like how to better yourself. But he's actually taking a break from his YouTube stuff. He's taking a month off because he burnt out, and I loved how he brought up the point where when you burn out, even though you've dealt with it, if you come across that situation again, the burnout just comes so much quicker because your brain remembers everything. And so that's sort of what I experienced because I burnt out really bad in nursing. And then I burnt out the second time working for a pharmaceutical company, and it came on so quickly. But I knew what the symptoms were that I was like, I can't do this anymore. And it's tough because it's sort of like once you get it, you're more prone to getting it. And so that was sort of like one of the turning points where I'm like, I can't do this anymore. I can't continue working in a career, although I loved it. It just wasn't physically, mentally, emotionally good for me anymore. And I had to find something to change that. So yeah, that's sort of what I experienced, sort of like my sort of turning point of why I started looking for something online. And how about you, Georgia? Like what I know you we talked about it last Saturday, but I mean you want to be more close to your kids and be there all the time for them.
Yeah, definitely. I One of the big turning points, which I don't talk about this often, and shout out, we have someone watching from Kamloops,
Yeah,
Akmo, where I'm
they're
from.
close.
Yeah, so that's where I'm from. I'm from Kamloops, and not originally from Toronto. So when I decided, I just needed to change. So you know how you're talking about a burnout? Like
Yeah,
that's what I went through in Toronto. So I was only like 22, 23 years old, right? But I had my business for a long time, like since I was like 16. So the fact, like in our family, you start, helping your family in business at a young age,
yeah,
and we got married young, and it was just, they're very, old school. So long story short, it was to the point where I was just overworked and going from trade show to Comic Con to bridal show. I used to do like spiritual counseling and psychic readings. I used to do all these things, and um, I got burnt out. My mom got sick, um, and we just kept having to go to the hospitals. And I was still doing all these things, still having to make a living, and my children were being taken care of by
yeah,
nannies. So all of that, it really stressed me out. Like I really got not well. Like I got anxiety, I had back problems, I gained stomach problems. Like I had, when I talk about that today, some people will, be like, "You're extreme, you're gluten free and vegan." What do
yeah,
I cook you?
yeah,
So, but I gained issues when I was younger. If I can drink milk or I can eat gluten, nothing would happen. So I know stress takes a toll on your body, right? And I healed myself. But long story short, I came to BC from Toronto because I was here when I was younger. So I came
yeah,
to BC, left my business behind. I was very successful, and I left everything behind. And I felt like I need to get away. So when I
yeah,
came here, I spent a lot of my savings. I switched my business around because I turned Christian. So I didn't want to do the psychic readings anymore. I switched it to like spiritual counseling, and it failed, right? So the little
mm,
things that I switched about it, it failed. So I was left living off my savings.
yeah,
And I came into a relationship, got married, had children, more children. And I was like, I need to do something. Like I spent all my savings, nothing's working, and I wanted a home. That was a big thing. I wanted a
yeah,
home, and here in Canada, to everybody in the U.S. Here in Canada, child tax benefits like is pretty good. Like I literally lived off my savings and child tax benefits for a
mhm,
few years of being in BC and stuff, and I spent my savings. Right. Long story short, I wanted a home, and I couldn't get approved for the mortgage, which now being more financial literate, I have literacy now of financial, and that would have been a bad decision. I'm grateful I didn't even buy that house, but um, it really took a toll on me. I was thinking like, okay, everything I worked for, all the hard work, everything I sacrificed my children's time. I wasn't there for them like I wanted to be. It was babysitters that literally abused my kids. Like I seen a big bruise on my daughter's arm. Like all these things that I'm thinking of. Like I suffered to make that money, and I have nothing to show for it.
yeah,
And I was going to take a job at Costco because they offered me twice. They offered me a job. And then I was going to take the job at a car dealership
mhm,
because I knew somebody there, and they was like, you would be a perfect fit, and you're a girl and you got that, that talk. And I was like, then I thought to myself, if I take those jobs, I'm going to have to pay for childcare, all of that, commute, I would have to get another car, all the above. Okay, because I could not depend on anyone. Okay,
yeah,
let's just put it like that. No one was helping me, and I'm not that type of person that is going to depend on anybody. So I came across this business. And it's funny because it was a person that worked at a car dealership. I came across this business. I knew him, and I was like, "Wow, he's doing it. So can I?" And yeah, the rest is history. That was my big turning point.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, a lot of it is like just hearing it's just your family. You want to be close to them. You want to see them grow. And that's where a lot of people who have kids is they miss out on all these little things like, when they first start walking or when they go to grade school or, they're not there to be able to pick up their kids. And that's something a lot of people within our business community are able to do now. It's not something that they can happen like overnight, but it's like a gradual process where they're able to take a bit more time off work and do leave of absence from work and so on. And so it's I don't know, like it's great seeing Georgia's story of how she's been able to become successful and be closer to her family, be there 24/7 as much as you can. And so yeah, it's like I've seen other families, other parents within our community who've also achieved the same, where they're working night shifts or multiple jobs, and now like even what's her name? I can't remember her name. Oh my god, I can't. But yeah, there's just quite a few other people that are just doing really well now and able to spend time with their family. Um,
Yeah,
and
I probably know who it is.
oh
Tell us about her. Do you think I know her?
yeah, Filipino, worked at a postal office. Gina, that's the
Gina.
name.
Oh my goodness,
Yeah,
she's so sweet.
yeah,
She's so
yeah,
sweet. Yeah, her and her hubby.
yeah,
They're very. Her husband was very skeptical.
yeah,
Okay, and now he's fully on board. Has his own business.
yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Mhm.
and the other, yeah, so that's great for a lot of families, but even for people who are like single, who don't have kids, but have partners and so on, it just allows them to have more time to do other things as well. Because I think when you take a step back, the key thing is that connects us all and why we want to start a business is time. We want more time to be able to spend with our family, more time to travel, more time to do pursue our other passions that have been buried away because we're so exhausted and tired of working 9 to 5 or working 10, 12, 18-hour shifts. Like it's crazy the amount of work we put into our day jobs and working for somebody else. But then we spend little time trying to work for ourselves and make us better, so that we can have a better quality of life. And we want to show people that there is a way out of that cycle. And I know you mentioned some of your posts is that we're all kind of tied to like a system of where we're not able to really become like somewhat successful, but then it's a cap. Like, I don't know if I've just been noticing more of that. Like ever since you posted that, it's true. I
Yeah.
hear a lot of multimillionaire people who talk about like Grant Cardone, Gary Vee. They always say we're all sort of stuck in a system and we have to break out from it. But breaking out means taking a risk, going into places and areas that you're not familiar with, learning a lot more information that eventually becomes, I find, that you just kind of know it at some point after learning all that information.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. And I'm a big follower of all these motivators and people that talk a lot about, financial literacy and how to gain wealth. And a lot of times, like, people are afraid to use their credit or whatever to,
Mhm.
go into succeeding, right? So
Yeah.
I've noticed that, from listening to Robert Kiyosaki and Grant Cardone, like
Yeah.
people are paying $100 to $200,000 on school education, and then at the end of the term, they can't get a job. Isn't
Yeah.
that terrible? And they have to apply at just anything just to get a
Yeah.
job until
Yeah.
something opens up. So, Tatiana is on. Hi, how are you, girl? Our biz partner. Hola.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. And
Sorry, go on.
like I love how you brought up the financial literacy because I never realized there's like good debt and bad debt.
Yeah,
Because bad debt is like you're spending on materialistic things that doesn't really give you any profit in the long term. Whereas good debt is debt that you're using to invest in yourself. So like if you want to take a course to help enhance their career or help enhance their business, or anything like that, is that it's going to help you get ahead, then that's good debt. Because at some point that good debt's going to help the money invested into your good debt is going to help you get out of the situation that you're in. Yeah, I'll Tat you. Asking, are we live? Yeah, Tat, we are live right now. Next time you got to join us. Um, I think you just froze a bit on my end, Georgia. I'm not sure if that's happening. Oh, there
Yeah,
you
it's like maybe the kids are on live or they're playing maybe some games.
are. Yeah,
But I wanted to say, like, when you start making good money, like what we make in this business, you start thinking, where do you want to invest? You don't want to spend foolishly. You don't want to waste your money. And that's what I think about. I thought about my foundation because I started the George Williams Foundation, growing crops. I thought about investing in certain things, or like I just thought about like what could I invest in the benefit, and even the crops, and just thinking about all these things. It wasn't just grow crops and let poor people eat. It's grow crops and then let them eat, and then let them keep growing enough to harvest, and then we can resell it, and then we can gain more money for the foundation. Then we can do more. Like your mind starts growing, or they don't teach you certain things in school about financial literacy. They want you to work all your life for 40 years, 50 years, and then at the end, they give you a small little pension.
yeah,
Some. And even there, you know, some get benefits, some don't. And I remember Theta was telling me something about a job. Yeah, but you don't understand. We someone is trying to get him to work for him and stay with him because Theto's, you know, whatever he does, he puts his whole heart into it.
yeah,
So he's telling me about this, and he's telling me like I know how much he's going to get paid, and I'm like, that's nothing. Your
mhm,
time is valuable. Like literally, we're making a lot of money in this business, but he's one of those that's always thinking about making more, and he's thinking about how he can get a piece of the company. But as it stands right now, and what they would pay him right now, and they're trying to lower him and offer him benefits and this and that, and I'm like, that those benefits and all of that is nothing. I said, I don't care. I'll fix my own teeth. I don't care. I'll do my own thing. We could afford that. At the end of the day, what they want to pay you is chunk change, and your time is valuable, Theo. Don't let people manipulate you or be gullible just because you're good-hearted and you want to help someone. Because
yeah,
at the end of the day, you are worth more. And he
yeah,
thought to himself, and now he's just doing little things like playing the trumpet and making like $900 in like 6 hours. I'm like, what? How did you do that? And we got him 4 gigs. Like if you realize your time is valuable, and you don't have to get $25 an hour or so on, and they're going to offer you benefits, and they're trying to lure you and promise you the world, and at the end of the day you're waiting 6 months and they still haven't give you a raise.
yeah,
So that's where you got to think about it. What is your what are you where are how long have you been in that job for? How long have you been in that position for without a raise? Have you got up in the position, but you haven't got any more money? There's so many people, oh my goodness, that came into this business that complained about that. I got higher up, I got more load of work, but I ain't getting paid much more. And if that few dollars ain't worth it.
yeah. Yeah, and it got worse over COVID because a lot of people got laid off, and then people who are still in those positions had to absorb all the other extra work, and are barely getting paid minimum. Like my partner, he hasn't had a raise in 8 years working for the city. Like that's crazy with cost of inflation, everything going up. It's just, yeah, we're it's just good to be able to start looking at other sources of revenue to come in. I mean, it may not be this, but there are other online stuff that you can do that are legitimate. But we just, just do your due diligence. Attend those webinars, ask questions, and go with your gut, and see if this is something for you. And it's worked for a lot of us, like within our system. Like I'm just gonna let you guys know when I joined just over 5 years ago, there's about 330 people when I joined. And now there are I think over 39,000 people globally that are doing this. So it goes to show you that our system does work. Our system involves like automation, which allows you to join and plug into this business, but you're still able to work your day job or your part-time jobs, which is where a lot of us have come from. We were all working full-time jobs, part-time jobs, and we went into this. But it allows you to be able to do this on the side and then gradually build your business, because this is a long-term legitimate business. And we get told like, oh, it's a scam and this and this. I'm like, how is it a scam when we get tax slips by the government like afterwards? So yeah, it's just, I find it's just a way of educating people that sort of what we do is not a scam, that it is legit. You can make, you know, a good supplemental income out of this. And if you want, choose it to do full time. Um, so,
Awesome. Yeah, I'll touch on that a little bit. So I'll tell you guys a little bit about the business, if that's okay. I know we're talking about the subject on why, what made us, turn to this and what was the turning point. Well, obviously, big thing. It was money. We wanted more money, and we wanted a system that runs for us. A lot of us want a system like follow me. Sick of the work. We're sick of working so much, so we wanted something that is more relaxing. That's not so hard on us, right? We
yeah.
can do it at our own pace. So when I seen this, what we like now, I'm a coach and I'm helping people. So is Paulo. So what we do is we set you up with everything you need. We set you up with a website, sales funnels, everything you possibly need. The click funnels, everything is given to you. This costs usually $20,000, $30,000 to set someone up like this. I'm not joking you. We practically give it to you for free. Once you watch our free workshop, you're going to see everything we set you up with, the website, the sales funnel, how you're going to have us as a coach one-on-one helping you every step of the way, and a mentor. And you're going to be open to the whole community. And our expertise training, our proven system, our proven training, we tested and tried, and we now have the proven results since over 6 years of helping people worldwide to earn an incredible income with a multi-billion-dollar company and two multi-million-dollar companies. And those are growing at an exponential rate, all these companies. So the fact that we have proven system, proven company, 6 gold seals of quality, like ding, 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 that I constantly am getting inquiries about the business, inquiries about the products, inquiries, like, and it's just, it comes in automatically too from the system. So we set you up with everything that we have, we set you up with the same system. So ours is running in the background. And I have more time now instead of going through my training and working on my business. I have more time now. That's why I chose to be a coach, and Paulo the same. So once you get started, you will see everything you need. When you sign up, you'll see everything that you need to know to proceed. And then we'll have your coaching one-on-one. I actually, me as a coach, I screen share and I'll show you everything, how I'm going to set you up, what you're going to be doing, the advertisement part. There's free advertisement, there's paid, you choose. We have tons of platforms. We have a whole list of platforms you could choose. And then you got your ad set up. And that's what I specify in, as helping people with their ads. And I know Paulo is always there. Oh my goodness, Paulo's always giving us detailed information, helping us to create free content. So we're all there for you. We're all in the same group, the same business. So we're going to help you every step of the way. And then when your business is running, so I feel like it usually takes people, 3 days to a week to get properly set up with their website or tech team built everything. They can start advertising. And give it a good couple of weeks, your business is fully set up and you're done. It's just a plug in and play system. And all you're really waiting for is just for you to go through the training and learn everything. So if you go through it really quick, I've seen my business partners get it set up in a couple of days. I've seen some takes them a couple of weeks. Okay, so you literally work on your pace every couple day, like every day, a couple hours, or every other day, and then from there, boom, you're set up. And literally, we're making 2.5 months worth of salary in just one payday, one sale. Okay, you start off a little lesser, and then you work with that. The more sales volume you get in, there's huge commissions, there's incentives, monthly incentives, there's traveling company, it's high-end medical grade products, communication. We even have a fitness program amongst our community for us, so we don't get all like stiff or whatever. Shout out to our personal trainer Tim Bigley.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that's pretty much it. And yeah, did you have anything to say? Maybe I'll add a little bit more over
Oh,
before that.
that's great. You covered a lot of that. Thanks, Georgia, for that.
You're welcome.
And yeah, like I know we kind of veered off of the topic, but I
Yeah.
just want to throw something out there for like people in healthcare as well. Like I forgot to mention this with time itself, and I mentioned like you heard like I was bouncing around. I did so many different types of nursing,
Yeah.
and although I've been a nurse for 18 years, I only really have about 3 weeks vacation. When people at someone at my level of experience, they should at least be, I think, 8 to 10 weeks vacation. And so for me, being a very sort of senior nurse, I've always only been able to have 3 weeks vacation for a whole year. That's all I could get time off. And then if I wanted any extra time off, I have to do leave of absence, which is unpaid. And so I know a lot of people out there are like even now we're having to get send in a request for vacation for next year, and a lot of times if you're working for other companies or unions or if you're part of a union, you're fighting against other people with different seniority levels, and so you may not get the time that you want off, and that's the part that sucks because a lot of the times that you want off is like when your kids are off during school, which you may not be able to get off because someone who is more senior is taking that time off. Like it just gets so frustrating that your time is controlled by somebody else. Um, and what with having your own business, and like I said, it doesn't happen overnight. But once you have your business set up and it's becomes more successful, you have that ability to take more time off and do and have it more catered to how you want your life to be. Like Georgia, I'm sure you have a really like you probably don't get up super early in the morning anymore. Like you have much more customized day because it's according to how your kids want to have their day.
Yeah, sometimes I get up early, to be honest with you. We go on little, trips or things we need to do or errands. I'm still a human being and a mom, but honestly, I don't. I go by my own schedule, right?
Yeah,
And even sometimes, people or my business partners or coaching calls, and I'm like, that's way too early. I'm not getting up at that time. Like I can really tell them, and I joke with them. I'm like, I'm an online business owner. I don't get up at that time. They're like, okay.
yeah,
So yeah, like they want to Zoom sometimes at like 9 in the morning or 7 in the morning. I'm like, no, I'm gonna relax a little bit. So I
yeah,
guess I am spoiled. I am pampered. I can like, work on my own time, but believe me, I work on my business at night. And as you've seen yesterday, I was posting things at 5 a.m. So I have my 5 a.m. nights sometimes. So
yeah,
I would say that, like, the legends are either waking up at 5 a.m. or going to bed at 5 a.m. We
yeah.
are totally honest with everybody here. We are not a get rich scheme. This is not a pyramid scheme. It's not a scam.
Hmm.
This is a real business that needs your time and effort. If you put more time and effort, you're going to make more money.
Yeah,
If the more content you put out there, the more successes you will get. And I'm talking about
yeah,
free content, free ads, and because that's what I do a lot, to be honest with you. We show you how to literally brand yourself in the online world. Okay, we show you through expertise training. So everything that we're explaining to you right now, this is not something where we're trying to lure you in. This is exactly what we're going to set you up with. We are literally taught and trained to help people earn online in a legit way. And my turning point, I am grateful I had that turning point. To
yeah,
every bad thing in our lives, to every sickness, Paulo, to everything that we went through, look at us now. And like we have so much in common. I know I'm a girl and you're a guy, but
yeah,
I think that's why we connect so much. And we didn't even know that. We didn't even know about these things and I'm learning that about you. It's funny, and because what you went through with your career, when I went through my business, we got sick and then we gained our health back, and then we're workout fanatics and we want to be healthy and we're
yeah,
all about our business. So sometimes the something so horrible can push you into something so amazing. So what's your turning point today? Do you have a turning point right now? Are you at your turning point? Are you at your wits end? Are you watching this for a reason? Then watch our free workshop. It's
yeah.
going to explain everything. So I guess where would they go, Paulo? You can finish it.
Yeah, I mean, mine is juanpaulo.com and Georgia is at I'm not sure which.
GeorgiaWilliams.ca.
Yeah,
And anybody that sees this, if you're viewing this on one of our business partners pages, it means that we coach them to be a mentor to help you every step of the way. So they have the ability, and they will send you a free workshop. Reach out to them or hit their links in their bio. Just add your name in your email, hit our links in our bios, and we'll send you a free workshop ASAP. Or you can message us, and we'll give you a little write up of everything, and You can decide from there if you want to continue. It's a free workshop.
Yeah.
It's literally free.
And yeah, just before we leave, like I just want to say that, if you have time to play video games, watch a Netflix movie, scroll through your phone and just look through other people's social media feeds, you have time to watch this. It's 90 minutes and it's something that could potentially change your life. And help you create a better quality life where you get to, take back control. So
Yes, like this.
yeah.
This is a big achievement. Like this view, this home, being there. My children right now, they're partly homeschooled. Um, like she's working on her little bracelets. She's all embarrassed. Like paying off 30,000 worth of debt. Buying a new vehicle for the family. Like all these things, you don't understand how grateful I am. That you will see when you start the business that this is incredible and how high the commissions are. You're going to see like, wow, I used to worry about such petty little things. And now I'm thinking about how I'm going to plan my day out. Now I'm not worried about my bills, my rents, my groceries. Now I can buy whatever I want and also share your wealth, but be smart. This is all my business partners out there. When you make big money in the business, be smart with it. Don't spend it
Yeah.
all.
Yeah.
Love you. Love you. Thank you for hosting this, Paulo.
Oh yeah, no problem. Yeah, so we do this every Tuesday, Thursdays, and Saturdays. So yeah, stay tuned for another topic that we discuss on Thursday. But thanks, Coach Georgia, and thanks for everyone watching live. I know we saw Manpreet's watching from LA. So hey, Manpreet.
Yeah,
Uh,
we can show everybody. Say hello.
and
Thank
we'll have
you.
to get Tatiana on here at some point. She says she's not good at doing the live stuff, but she's good.
Oh
We'll
my
have to,
goodness, she's so fun. She came here to visit me.
yeah, I heard that. So I saw that too, and I saw the pictures. So
Yeah, yeah. Our live workshop is tonight. I forgot to mention that. It's
yeah,
Tuesday today at 5 p.m. PST or 8 p.m. EST. So we are live tonight. So you definitely want to go to our websites and register for our live workshop. We'll send you the link. You can watch it live. It's 90 minutes. If you happen to miss it, you can watch the replay. We'll send you the replay.
mhm. All right. Well, thank you everyone for your time, for joining us, and thanks Georgia again. And we'll see you guys again in a couple days. Goodbye,
Bye.
everyone.